I just want to say welcome back to my channel, Changing From Within. Um, Again, I am nobody, but to somebody, I am somebody. Uh, Today, I just want to talk about it's crazy how life is and how life happens, man, and how things can resurface from the past, or just certain people that can resurface from the past, man, and truly come from a place of remembering where I once was at one point in time in my life, and knowing how far I am now, but not knowing, like, not just talking about the change, but also being able to see how other people can see your change um, by the way you are now, by the way you just speak, the way you carry yourself, the way the certain thing that you get engaged in now, and really just today, I just want to talk about change. For whoever might need some help or might not, or just want some encouragement of change, and it's a blessing. It's a blessing to how far you can go from a place of not even knowing where you would end up, not even knowing some of the trials and troubles and situations that you're going to endure in this journey of life, and to see how far you have made it. And that's what I was able to really see, how far I have made it. Seeing certain people that just, we were just in a whole different headspace, a whole different type of time, a type of life that we were living, I was living, and it was dangerous, it was crazy, it was hectic, but I was still lost, man. I still had a lost soul, and to be able to see somebody that's now trying to navigate and find his way back into the world, and have better direction, a better mindset, a better um, overall, just a better life, man. And I feel like, being an example of that is actually being able to see how you can be an example. Is like what you have came out of, and people see a difference. People see a change. Some people don't know the work that it takes to get there, but knowing that it is possible and being able to pass that forward and give that to somebody is a blessing in itself. And it's amazing. It's amazing to see. It's just amazing to know that I used to sell weed, bro. Like, seriously, I used to sell weed very young. This was when we were doing party promoters, so I was actually like hosting parties, renting out clubs, me and a couple of cousins and stuff like that. And I was in a little weed business, and networking and doing all of that. And I was always carrying myself a certain type of way. But I remember it was this place that I would go, and I would go, and I actually used to hide my weed in the dryer of somebody's house, and we would just go out and just go to the party and do what I got to do, but I would just stuff it there, and then just be this one guy, always with these damn pills, and he was messed up. He was messed up, but didn't pay no mind. People used to be dying. We'd go out, come back, next thing you know, they got yellow tape, and just knowing that I was even in that type of lifestyle, in that type of environment, and even thinking it was, not to say it was cool, but just not even realizing like how unsafe and unaware I was to even what I was doing, or what I was position I was putting myself in certain places, and to look back at that and to know and be where I'm at now, and it's just a blessing to get out of that. It's a blessing to now know I don't have to operate like that. That is not normal to me now. You know what I'm saying? It's not normal to be placed in certain even put myself in certain situations. Um, or even when certain people now understanding that, like, drugs is real. But a lot of times, some people don't even know why they're doing the drugs. That's the only thing that they do know. Or people get accustomed to certain deficit of what's around them. Like, that is the only way that they should be moving or operating in life, when they can say they have hope, but they're not doing the work or putting the work or seeing the vision to that. And it's like the message that I was actually passing to this brother was just like, vision yourself as you want to be, who you want to be, but then also do what you need to do to become that. We all want to be a better person, but then it's like, are we going to do what we need to do to become better? So it's like, knowing that you don't have to go back to that, knowing that lifestyle is not needed, or you can outgrow that. You can have better in your life. You can have a meaningful life. You can actually be very well to where you don't have to go back to doing the things that you used to do to survive, or what you thought how you had to make ends meet. Because I've been stuck in that little rabbit hole and that loop in myself in my life, to where this is all I knew. All I knew how to get money this way because it provided for this. I didn't know how to let go of that. I didn't know how to surrender that. I didn't think working for somebody telling me what to do. Who was that? Like my ego, my mindset was pretty twisted at the time. You know, just I wanted things on my time, my will, but also knowing that like living like that and operating like that would definitely not get you anywhere. And it's a blessing not to even be in jail or go to jail for any of that shit that I have done. I know God was definitely looking over me for sure, but I do believe that like God will put you in people's lives or have you run into certain people to truly encourage them to get out of certain things, or knowing that it's possible to get out and be better and become whole, or just get on the right path, on the right direction, to you know, getting closer to who they truly are, and becoming on the opposite side of that. You know, like this whole process is a journey. But if I would sit there and just hold my tongue, or just keep everything for myself and not try to pass on anything to my brothers and sisters of who's struggling with any type of thing in their life, I would not be doing any justice or anything of God's work, you know, God's will. And I try to continually be mindful of surrendering everything to Him and letting Him live through me, or letting Him flow through me, letting Him touch who needs to touch. But doing that is just, you know, some conversations be uncomfortable or touchy or touchy. But I've already came to the point with my life and my story that I accepted a lot of things, but I understand so much because I've had to go through it myself. But yeah, just encourage yourself. Like if you're trying to change, just try to take one step at a time. But try to have a vision of what you do want to become, and then start doing the necessary things to become that person. That is very important. But I hope you guys have a blessed day. And if you did like this message, just hit a like for me, please. And you may subscribe. If not, it's okay. I don't really do too much of that, but just help your boy out just a little bit.